Hello and welcome to Windermere in the Lake District. I'm Elaine Fisher and I'm the Lakes coach, and I'm here today with my great friend Jo Andrews.
Afternoon everyone, and welcome to our afternoon explorations and a little bit of a chat along the way. You might know me and Willow from the virtual Village Halls fitness side, but today I'm going to enjoy doing some walking outside with Elaine. Willow is the dog, by the way. Her tail is wagging in the background. You'll see her a little bit later on. Let's get going.
So Jo, we're walking along Windermere, and you can see the lake and the grey sky, and today we're talking about the in-between, and it's that kind of mid-season between winter and spring.
We're so in the middle of the in-between, we've forgotten where we are. But actually that's a good, because it does feel a bit blank.
It does feel a bit blank.
It's a bit the same.
And I've noticed recently in my coaching sessions that it's the kind of season that's really just grey, and people are feeling just a bit meh.
Yeah.
And it's neither here nor there.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
so
It's a bit dull, isn't it? It's a bit boring.
it's a bit boring, and so
And it's blooming cold.
we're certainly not out of winter,
No.
and we've had really cold and windy weather, and we know people down south have had really awful, not even seen
Yeah.
sunshine
Yeah. Flood and
since New Year.
yeah.
So we wandered just along this little jetty a bit because it's beautiful.
Yeah. So
And,
watch your footing, Elaine, now. And Willow, you too.
But you can actually, there are signs, aren't they? The days are definitely getting a bit longer.
Yeah, some subtle, if you stop to notice, aren't there?
Yeah.
Birds are singing a little bit more in the mornings, and days, like you say, a little bit of a lighter day. But isn't it funny? Even as we look out, the colours are all quite similar.
They
It's
are.
quite silvery grey.
Yeah. And
Not. It doesn't feel sleepy. Like it doesn't feel like it's asleep, but it doesn't feel like it's awake.
Yeah, so we're definitely in between.
Yeah.
One of the things we want to do today is look at, as always, how nature deals with that, but also
This way.
we want to see if we can look at it a bit differently, and a bit more positively.
Yeah. So you were saying, Elaine, about the clients that you have at the minute, and how there's like sometimes there's like a bit of a theme. I can't remember how you used it to describe some of the words.
I think people are just finding it a bit grey, a bit underwhelming,
Yeah.
a bit just no energy for things, and
Yeah.
however hard they try, it all feels just a bit hard.
Yeah. Like you're expecting things,
Yeah,
and they're not quite come back yet.
yeah, so they're putting lots of energy in,
Yeah.
but nothing coming back.
Willow, away from that fishing rod.
We just, for everybody on the call, just rescuing Willow from fishermen. And I was just thinking then, Jo, we talk about that kind of, it's a great place to be today to talk about this,
Yes.
because this is usually heaving with people, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a really popular spot for all sorts, paddleboarding, picnics, teenagers dating, all of that. But it's dead today.
It's absolutely dead, and the colours are just fairly they're merging into each other. So yeah, there's that whole feeling of just quietness,
Yeah.
but what that's bringing out in people, I found, is just what's the point?
Yeah. Yeah.
What's the point? I'm doing all this, and then so even any new ideas, it's like, what's the point?
Yeah.
Because nothing's happening.
A bit hard to motivate around
Yes.
this time of year, isn't it? And actually, in the fitness world, you often find that there's a real drop off in gym memberships. Well, people that started them off in January, you know, and now is a sort of a drop off time. And maybe because we haven't quite got to the summer where we're out and about and doing things. You're still sort of a bit indoors, aren't you? Waiting for spring to happen.
Yes.
Feels like there's not a lot happening.
And what we're going to do on our walk is just try and think of that a little bit different,
Yeah.
and
See what's there actually in this in between. What is there?
Yes.
Yeah.
And think of it more of a pause
Yeah.
rather than a quit, because we do
Yeah.
find that people are quitting,
Yeah.
and maybe it's a good question to ask people. What do you feel like at the moment? What do you feel? Is there other things
Yeah.
that you're thinking at the moment that I'm just not going to bother doing that?
Yeah, or pushing hard for something that you just don't feel motivated to do. What is it? Just have a really honest check-in with yourself as we walk along at this point in our walk.
I was just thinking, if we look up into the
Yeah.
woods, I'll just get around this corner a little bit. And what is happening in nature at the moment? It doesn't look a lot, does it?
No.
But we know underneath that bulbs are starting to grow. We can see, I don't know if you see
Little
them.
shoots, can't we?
Yeah.
Little shoots, snowdrops, and little. In fact, there I'm going to go. Who's pointing? I think there's some little daffodils there.
So Joe's just pointing out some little daffodils. So the shoots, there's a lot of activity underneath at the moment, and we think about bulbs expanding. So all,
And you kind of got to look for it.
you have
You
got
can
to,
either, I suppose, you can either look for it, or you can just know that it's going on.
yes. And I even think about the birds singing. It's all about getting nests ready, isn't it, for
Yeah.
spring?
Some more little. Now I've noticed one. I'm now noticing them, and I kind of think I probably would not have even noticed it had we not started to sort of reflect on what is just underneath the surface in this in-between time. That's not enough to make us go wow, but that could almost be missed. You know, what could we miss? That's a really important part of this time, isn't it?
Really is.
And you know, you were talking about just off camera there about how, you know, doing nothing can feel like laziness, and you feel, and actually it's part of the body. It's funny, dormant.
It is, isn't it? And,
Yeah.
and the preparation comes to mind, doesn't it?
Yeah.
So it's not really stillness. So stillness is good. There's still lots going on.
Yeah. Just underneath the surface.
And what did you tell me about your nerve exercises?
Oh yeah, so this was, I've been doing some nerve, I've got a bit of nerve impingement, people have it, and what I've learned from that is that actually healing a sort of a sensitized nerve, it likes boring, repetitive, predictable, and in fact the healing is faster with boring, predictable routine. And actually your nervous system likes that. So our nervous systems like calm, they like repetitive, predictable, maybe a little bit boring, but when that's there, we're quite calm.
And I know how frustrated you've been
Oh yeah.
not being able to see the results.
Yeah.
Because you've not been able to run as much, have you?
Yeah. Yeah.
And but it's all coming together now.
Yeah.
And there is something about that rush to visibility, or
Yeah.
to be able to, there's a pressure, isn't there, to
Yeah.
see results.
Yeah.
and we
actually,
don't think we're getting anywhere.
No, and actually sometimes what we think we know is best isn't actually always best.
Yeah.
So be peaceful. I think sometimes be peaceful with
And be patient.
and patient with what's not there. Be peaceful with that, because we all know, because we're waiting for it and we like it, we can't get this. Let's be patient with this gate that won't open for us. You know, it's like we actually do know, really, that something's coming.
Yeah.
So what is it about us? What is it about us as individuals and you listening at home that can't be okay with that? What's not okay about that?
Yes. That you can't see the result, but you do know it's coming.
Yeah.
So it's not being lazy, it's not nothing happening,
Yeah.
it's just a pause while you're laying the really good foundations.
Yeah. And sometimes you have to tell yourself, even if you don't always mean it, it's okay. It's okay. This is okay. This is part of the process.
And I don't know if you can hear that, but as we're coming through there, we've got some really lovely bird song, which is it's been a joy this last week, hasn't it?
Cup of tea in bed while the birds are singing my favourite thing.
So as if by magic, and it wasn't planned, we come across some really, really lovely snowdrops. And I find snowdrops really...
Quite a lot of litter as well.
Oh yeah, don't look at the list. But I find snowdrops really interesting because they give you such hope.
Yeah, they're beautiful.
Because they're beautiful, but actually we're a long way from spring when they first appear. I'm going to get really close to this.
Do you know
going
what?
a bit wobbly.
Well, if these snowdrops were here in summer with a load of other stuff, I bet we wouldn't notice them as much. We wouldn't think they were as beautiful. They're quite a simple flower, aren't they? But we just, well, I love them.
I love them too. But they do come quite early, and I think we do that visibility thing again, and we jump to think it's nearly spring.
Here we go. Whereas everything else you think, come on then.
It's
everything
a long
else, come
way.
on, show yourselves.
Yeah, it's a long way before we get to spring. So we're in that really stretch of in between again.
Yeah. Appreciate the now. Appreciate just the snowdrops.
Yeah. You can still hear those birds.
We're just moving away from the lake now, aren't we?
Yeah, we are, just a little bit. There. You can hear. Oh, look at this.
A lot of busyness, energy there, isn't there?
Yeah. Wow, look at that. And that waterfall.
Yeah.
Absolutely beautiful. And it brings to mind, doesn't it? We've talked about
Feels really contrasted, isn't it, to where we've just been, which is all tranquil and
and it brought to my mind about the rush. We talked about how the visibility.
Yes.
And people think all the results have to be visible.
Yeah.
There's also a rush to get to the goals and objectives, isn't there?
Yeah.
The rush.
We want them quick, don't we?
We do.
And actually, they take effort, don't they? It's like those bulbs growing. It takes a long time. You don't see the results straight away, do you?
No. And also, I think that bulbs, I'm going to some bulbs. There's loads of bulbs there. It's coming through there, and when you force something to grow, or sometimes if you force it too quick, it's really weedy. The results aren't strong, are they?
Or things get like, you'll have a one sunny day in spring and you think, we'll go out in the garden and buy some bedding plants. We're here, I want it all to look pretty, and then it's all dead the week after when the frost comes.
I agree. Yeah. What's it? Don't cast yourself out. Just May is out.
Is that right?
Yeah, my mum who lived, she lived in Wales, and it's kind of like Cumbria, like it's a cold climate.
Yeah.
And she says you never plant anything, but that first burst of heat, you just want to go out and put all your.
You want everything to be ready, don't you? And it's funny, isn't it? How you've said it there, that good, strong growth or a strong root or strong health, strong mindset comes from not forcing. You know, if you force, it's weaker. Although that seems like a contradiction because we want to make things happen, but there's a natural pace to that happening. And different emotions go with that. So you might feel a bit impatient, you might feel a bit down because things aren't happening. But there's a rolling process of thoughts and feelings that go with that progress. And that's okay. Just to notice that. Just notice, because it's ever changing. It's, you know, a moment of sunshine now, we'd be high as a kite.
Yes, we would. We would. And we did have one day last week, didn't we?
Yeah.
Where it was sunny and warm.
did do that right in the garden. I did it. I did what I said we shouldn't do. I enjoyed that. I really enjoyed that afternoon in the sunshine. I thoroughly enjoyed it.
But there was something about, we talked about visibility and rushing, and it's because we also see others, don't we?
Yeah.
Achieving things.
Yeah.
And there's that beautiful quote that's, a comparison is the thief of joy.
Wow. That's
Because,
I mean, look at now, I mean, with lots of social media and this presentation of things are great all the time, or things are better than I am, or than I have, or I can do.
it's a massive pressure. We talked about coaching, and you do find a lot of people are comparing their results and how they're doing life with others.
Yeah, and it's unfair on yourself.
It is. We're just going to let this lady pass.
Yeah, so I suppose it's asking ourselves, you know, how do we not compare ourselves to others, and sort of, instead of looking out at others, look inside and think, well, what is the invisible work, the stuff you can't see, is still stuff that's going on, still stuff that you're doing.
Yeah.
A bit like with the plants and nature, and it's probably the most important.
It really is setting that foundation,
and
isn't it?
And it doesn't need to be shared.
Yeah.
It doesn't need to be talked about.
Yes.
It just is. And actually, just thinking about the impact of our share, if we feel the need to share, and we know how sometimes it thieves us, it robs us.
Yeah.
It's not good to share. Why do we need to share?
I don't know. So on that, me saying I don't know why we do things, I was just thinking, how do we look forward? And we talked about birds are starting to sing, the buds are coming through, and spring doesn't arrive all at once, does it?
No, it's subtle, it's slow. You actually described it earlier as it whispers first.
It whispers first.
And our little whisperings of green shoots, birds that we just about thinking, what are those small, quiet, almost unnoticeable things that are whispering and changing within you, that actually are the signs of your bigger, more visible spring or changes that are on the horizon. You know, those small, quiet, subtle shifts within you are actually pretty significant, so be peaceful with that.
I think that's the thing. You don't have to have all the answers yet.
No, they don't have to go ta-da.
Yes.
You don't have to have a ta-da moment.
You don't have a ta-da or a to-do moment.
No, yeah, yeah, I like it.
Just have to, sounds a bit woo, but let it be, and keep going. And it is,
because we are always going.
Yeah.
We are always moving forward.
Yeah.
When, you know, no matter what, time is moving forward. The next minute's here, and it brings us along with us in whatever actually, and is very forgiving because it doesn't expect anything from us.
yes,
We're the ones that place those expectations on ourselves.
it is. So if we can accept that even just small shifts, a good night's sleep, you know, moving something on slightly, if we can accept that they are actually quite big wins, you feel much better about it.
Yeah.
And we know the good times are coming.
Yeah. And I'm sure we'll be sharing some daffodil moments at some point over the coming months, and some sheepy moments as we start to see spring bloom. But in this in-between time, then there is pause for reflection, isn't there?
There is. And it's a pause and plan stage.
Yeah.
So we've gone through the hibernation. Let's pause and plan. So when the good things roll out, we're ready.
Yeah.
And we're strong. So while we're looking across Windermere to the lovely Langdale Fells and Bowfell, Jo's found a lovely poem that just sums up what we were talking about today.
Okay, the poem is called The Mountain by Laura Ding Edwards. If the mountain seems too big today, then climb a hill instead. If the morning brings you sadness, it's okay to stay in bed. If the day ahead weighs heavy and your plans feel like a curse, there's no shame in rearranging. Don't make yourself feel worse. If a shower stings like needles and a bath feels like you'll drown, if you haven't washed your hair for days, don't throw away your crown. A day is not a lifetime. A rest is not defeat. Don't think of it as failure, just a quiet, kind retreat. It's okay to take a moment from an anxious, fractured mind. The world will not stop turning while you get realigned. The mountain will still be there when you want to try again. You can climb it in your own time. Just love yourself till then.
Wonderful, thanks Jo. Well, I hope you've really enjoyed our walk and our chat about the in-between, and I hope it's made people, if you have got that thought that it's all a bit underwhelming, that you can reframe it, that it's a bit of a pause and preparation for the good times ahead. We've had a really lovely walk, haven't we?
Yeah, and you know you're not on your own in that feeling. We're with you in it.
Yes.
We're probably the people that you pass in the street or meet at the supermarket are all in this sort of in between place with you. You're not on your own, and there's some sunny days ahead. But for now, maybe there's some stuff to notice that's going on right where you are. That's enough for right now.
Excellent. And we hope to see you again.
Yeah.
We hope you've really enjoyed Windermere.
See you soon.
See you soon. Bye-bye.
Bye.